If you are here, it's probably because there's something in you that knows that you can't keep living the same way that you've been living and the way that you're feeling. Maybe you're waking up feeling really exhausted before the day's even started. Maybe your body feels constantly tense, overstimulated, or on edge. Or you've been feeling stuck in stress or survival mode for so long that it's actually started to just feel normal. You might be trying to do all the right things, trying to rest, trying to eat well, trying to work on yourself, and yet underneath it all, you still don't feel like yourself. You feel flat, you feel heavy, disconnected, wired, but tired, and deep down, you know that there is something that needs to change. If this is you, I just want you to know that you are not broken and you're not failing. Your system has just been carrying too much for too long and you just haven't had the right tools to get out of it. I personally know this myself because I've been there too. A couple of years ago, I was living in a time where on the outside, it looks like I was fine, but inside I was running on empty. I was constantly exhausted. I was constantly anxious, overwhelmed, disconnected, sick, gut issues, sleeping issues, and I was just pushing through. I was trying to keep functioning and I was trying to keep up until eventually my body forced me to stop when I became chronically ill. When that happened is when I started to look for answers. And initially I went down the route of Western medicine. I saw different specialists, I saw different doctors, I had countless tests, and I was trying to do all these things hoping that something would explain why I was feeling the way that I did. And although that path helped me to rule things out, what I kept finding were they were all just short-term solutions that looked at one piece of the puzzle at a time. And it felt like I was just being treated in parts with the focus mainly on managing my symptoms rather than actually understanding what had caused my body to get to this point in the first place. So even though I was doing everything that I was told to do, I still wasn't really getting anywhere. I still didn't feel like myself. I still felt exhausted. I still felt overwhelmed, and I was stuck in this body that just didn't feel like mine and it didn't feel safe. What I came to realize was that healing was not just about the symptoms. It wasn't just about the mindset. It wasn't just about rest, and it wasn't just about how I was feeling and if I was stressed. I needed to actually understand what that stress had done to my whole system over the weeks, the years, the months that had got me to that point. Because real healing actually happens at the level of the mind, the body, and the energy field. If you only work with one layer, but the others are still carrying the same pattern, you're often going to end up back in that same cycle. That's why so many people that I work with often say, I've done all this self-work, but I still feel stuck. I'm resting, but I'm still exhausted. And I understand my patterns, but I still keep reacting the same. The reason that this is because the stress imprints across multiple layers of who we are. So when I talk about healing, I'm not talking about just one thing. I'm talking about the mind, the body, and the energy field. At the level of the mind, many of us are running unconscious stress patterns, where we've got these old beliefs, these protective responses, these loops of constantly overthinking and hypervigilance, and then we've got all this emotional self-protection that keeps reinforcing these same experiences. At the level of the body, stress gets stored. What happens is it starts to live in the nervous system, it lives in the breath, in the fascia, in the muscles, in the gut, and in the body, and then it keeps bracing even when we want to relax. And at the level of the energy field, we carry these imprints of what we've been through. So our thoughts, our emotions, our environment, our experiences in not just this life, but also past lives too, which is going to affect our energetic state and therefore what we create or what we manifest. So what happens is this imbalance across all layers, these imbalances across all layers make us feel really heavy, really scattered, really depleted, really overstimulated, and then just completely disconnected from ourselves. So when all these three layers are affected, it's going to make sense that just trying to do surface level solutions is not going to create lasting change. So that's pretty much the exact reason that I created the Reset Retreat. Because what I wanted to do was actually create a space that works with healing more holistically. A space that's not just going to help you to feel better for a week or a day or a month, but it's going to help to get the whole system back into alignment. What this retreat is really designed to help you with is to slow down so that you can feel safe in the body, so you can release the stored stress, you can reconnect with your body, you can understand the patterns that have been keeping you stuck, and begin to create real change at the level of the mind, the body, and the energy field. So over the 4 days, we're going to be guiding you through a structured journey of safety, release, activation, and integration. So safety, because your system has to feel safe before it can truly let go. Release, so through sound, healing, somatic work, emotional processing, and body-based practices that's going to help you to unwind the stored tension that's been stored and stuck in the system. We'll be doing activation, which is reconnecting with that version of you that feels really safe, that feels clear, that feels energized and more like yourself. And then integration, so that you don't just have a beautiful experience whilst you're at the retreat, you're actually going to leave with tools and practices that's going to support you in real life. So throughout the retreat, you'll be experiencing daily sound healing and biofield tuning, somatic and fascia release, nervous system support, emotional processing, grounding practices, nature immersion. We'll be having chef-prepared nourishing meals, and it's going to be in a safe, supportive environment that is designed to help your body to finally soften and exhale. So if you have been feeling burnt out, if you've been feeling overwhelmed, emotionally heavy, overstimulated, or just stuck in the same pattern for weeks, months, years, however long that might be, then this might be the retreat for you. Click the link below to jump on a call with me and we can chat some more.